Hello there. Today's poem is the beloved old nursery rhyme, Rocky My Baby. Rocky my baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks...
Hold it! Hold it! You out of your mind, Moose?
No more than usual, GJ.
All right, get that cradle down here.
But, GJ...
Look, this is a family show. No babies stuck in trees.
No.
We'd have the Baby Protection League on our necks in a minute.
Well, it's just a doll, really.
Who writes this stuff anyway?
Mother Goose.
Hello? Give me continuity. CP? We got a woman named Goose on the payroll. Uh-huh. Get rid of her. Yeah, the gander's gotta go too.
But the poem...
Sorry, too much violence.
But I like violence.
You like violence? You mean you like explosions? Trees falling? People being hit in the head?
No, I like violence 'cause they smell so nice.
For those of you who went from grammar school right into college, here's Mr. Know-It-All.
Hello, high jumpers. Today's discourse is provocatively entitled How to Run the 4-Minute Mile in 10 Seconds. The 4-minute miler should arise at dawn, eat a hearty breakfast, and go back to bed. Howsoever, if you happen to sleep in a Murphy bed, and Murphy is a night watchman who demands his bed back in the daytime, then you must train elsewhere. And the best place for a train, of course, is a railroad terminus or depot. Here the neophyte miler has the opportunity of running on an Olympic-sized track. Of course, there is always the hazard that the Olympic special is also running that day. Last but most certainly least, you must have that final burst of speed at the wire. This can be procured at a Finnish steam room. You take a steam bath, then tell them you cannot pay for it. A Finnish attendant will then boot you out. This is what is known as a finishing kick. At last, the day of the race is at hand, and there you are, ready to win the cup. The race is on, and you discover that you are not only running dead last, but that you are doing it in the Indianapolis auto race. But you win anyway, and in record time.
Well, I don't get it, Mr. Know-It-All. How were you able to win the race?
I know the judge.
Once again, here's Bullwinkle's Corner.
Hello. Today's poem is The Village Blacksmith by Longfellow. Under a spreading chestnut tree, the village smithy stands. The muscles of his mighty arms are strong as rubber bands.
Iron bands.
Looky.
Rubber bands. Anyway, I want some shoes for my horse.
Certainly. Something in an Oxford?
Oxford?
How about some tennis shoes? Fine for badminton.
My horse doesn't play badminton.
How dull. Well, how about this dress horseshoe with matching spats?
Just a plain horseshoe, Mr. Smith.
Well, if you insist. Oh! Where'd it go? Oh! Under a spreading chestnut tree, the village Jonesy stands.
You mean Smithy.
I mean Jonesy. I just sold the place.
And now for all of you out there who need to know a little bit more about a little bit less, here he is, Mr. Know-It-All.
Greetings, ineffectuals. Today's recession is entitled, Wouldn't a Trophy Look Nice Over Your Fireplace? Or, How to Get Ahead. Being a big game hunter is really quite simple, like me. All you need is a rifle and a faithful Indian guide.
How?
Are you sure you're a faithful Indian guide?
Sure thing, see feather?
You know they're not making Indians like they used to. You are now ready for the hunt.
Look, here is tiger footprints.
How do you know that is a tiger's footprints?
Because the tiger's foot is still in it.
He is a magnificent beast, and you shout to your faithful Indian guide who is carrying the rifle, "The gun! Let me have it!
What's that?
Let me have it!"
Seems silly, but okay.
Your wound heals quickly in the dry, warm climate, and you are ready once again. This time for the biggest game of all, elephant. And you do not even bring a gun.
Hey, Buana, how you going to get elephant without gun?
All I really need is a little toy mouse. If I show this to an elephant, he will become so frightened he will faint. And so, in conclusion, you can see that getting a trophy to hang over your fireplace is really no trouble at all, especially if you happen to have a flying squirrel for a little friend.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All. I think.
Hello there. Today's poem is dedicated to babysitters everywhere. Between the dark and the daylight, when the night is beginning to lower, comes a pause in the day's occupation that is known as the children's hour. This is a very useful book. I hear in the chamber above me the patter of little feet, the sound of a door that is open, and voices soft and sweet. A whisper and then a silence, but I know by their merry eyes they are plotting and planning together to take me by surprise.
Yeah!
A sudden raid from the stairway, a sudden rush from the hall. By 3 doors left unguarded, they enter my castle wall. You think, oh blue-eyed kiddies, because you have scaled the wall, that such an old moustache as I am is not a match for you all? Like I said, a very useful book.
And here he is, that master of misinformation, Mr. Know-It-All.
Hi-ho, culture fans. Today's little lecture is entitled How to Be a Barber, or 10 Ways to Clip Your Fellow Man. The successful barber needs the following essential items. First, a red and white striped barber pole.
Bullwinkle, that pole is black and white and checkered.
Maybe that's why business has been so bad. The second necessity is a pair of scissors, which must be sharp as a razor.
Sharp as a razor, Bullwinkle.
An electric razor. It won't cut paper either. Last and, of course, most important, a customer. Do I see a volunteer?
Sorry, I'm late for engagement to bomb playground.
How about you, Captain Peach Fuzz?
I'd like to, Bullwinkle, but I've got to go get a haircut.
Some other time... Well, old buddy boy, that seems to narrow it down to you.
Yeah, well, maybe just a trim, okay?
Sure. You want a type A trim or a type B trim?
Well, what's a type A trim?
That's the kind Yul Brynner got.
Yul Brynner? Well, who got type B?
Here he is. General Custer.
I think I'll be a long hair instead, but I'll give you a little tip, Bullwinkle.
Well, that's mighty nice of you.
Get into some other business, quick.
Sure, but, what about the tip?
That was it. And thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
You're welcome. Ooh.
And now, here's Bullwinkle's Corner.
Hello, poetry people. Today's gem is called The Barefoot Boy. Curtain. Blessings on thee, little man, barefoot boy with shoes of tan, with thy... Wait up now, you're supposed to be barefoot.
The stones hurt my toes.
Oh, come on now, rock.
Well, okay.
Once more from the top. Blessings on thee, little man, barefoot boy with cheek of tan, with thy rolled up pantaloons, and thy merry whistle tune.
Yikes!
That's a merry whistle tune?
No, that's a bear.
Well, you're just ruining the poem.
I can't help that. Here he comes. And he's wearing my shoes. Bye, Bullwinkle.
But how do I finish the poem?
Do it with him.
All right, I just will. So though you give my pal a scare, blessings on thee, boyfoot bear.
And now, here's the connoisseur of confusion, Mr. Know-It-All.
Greetings, Pandemonium fans. My subject for today is how to water ski, or 5 steps to easy drowning. Water skiing is a relatively simple sport. No more difficult, say, than swimming the English Channel. It has all the thrills of regular skiing and none of the trees. First, we need a boat. I had something a little bigger in mind. Now, if we could have something in between. Thank you. Now, we need a length of rope. A little rope, if you please.
Here's the rope, Bullwinkle.
Very funny. We tie the rope to the back of the boat, slip into our skis, and we're ready to go.
Did you forget something, Bullwinkle?
What's that, Brock? I've got my swimsuit on, haven't I?
Water, Bullwinkle.
Glad you reminded me. I'll just hitch the boat to my car, and we're off. Sometimes it's a good idea to put the boat on a trailer before hitching it to the car. Now, let's find the water. Let's see, what we need is a body of water. Aha, something like this. Now we start the motor. Now we start the motor. Now we start.
Thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
You're welcome.
And now, here's Bullwinkle's Corner.
Today's offering is The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, suddenly there came a tapping. 'Tis some raven come a rapping at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more. No raven. Back into my chamber spooky, feeling sad and somewhat kooky. Come in. Hey, you're no raven. You're a woodpecker. Quickly then I grabbed a poker. Okay now, you feathered joker, I'll teach you to interrupt a verse by Edgar Allan Poe. Now the room is round me waving. Feels like I've been in a cave-in. When will next I read The Raven? I can tell you, never know.
And here he is now, your dancing instructor, Mr. Know-It-All.
Ho, Chemo Sabers! Today our little seminar is entitled How to Be an Indian in One Easy Lesson, or You Can Be a Tonto Pronto. First we'll start with the uniform. As you can see, the well-dressed Indian almost isn't. Here's the latest thing for rich Indians.
Bullwinkle, what's that dragon behind you?
That's the cord, Rock. Haven't you seen an electric Indian blanket? Next we have the headdress.
What kind of Indian would wear that?
A Cleveland Indian, naturally. Now the chief wears a big bonnet of eagle feathers. Must be for the super chief. The Indian brave wears one eagle feather like so, and the not-so-brave wears one of these.
What's that, Bullwinkle?
A chicken feather, of course. Here, Rocky, I got a headdress for you.
Well, what does that make me, Bullwinkle?
You now honorary pale-face. Indians don't have a weather bureau, so they make their own rain by having rain dances like this. May I cut in? They call this the Cherokee cha-cha-cha. Indians communicate by using smoke signals like this.
What does it say?
Says, put out that fire. Signed, Smokey the Bear. The Indian diet consists mainly of cornmeal, buffalo steak, moose meat, fish, and... Moose meat?
Well, thank you, Mr. Know-It-All.
Don't thank me! Just send the cavalry!
Time for Bullwinkle's Corner.
Hi, culture lovers. Today's poem is a stirring saga of forest conservation. Woodman, spare that tree. Woodman, spare that tree. Touch not a single bough.
Hello, kiddo.
In youth it sheltered me, and I'll protect it. Hey, what you doing with that axe?
What else? I'm shaving.
Oh, that old familiar tree that...
Timber!
Now hold on. That old familiar tree, whose glory and renown are spread o'er land and sea. And wouldst thou hew it down?
You said it, bastard.
Old tree, the storm still brave, and woodman, leave the spot. While I've a hand to save, thy axe shall hurt it not. Well, that's gratitude for you.
And here he is, the Dean of American Numbskulls, Mr. Know-It-All.
Our lecture today is entitled How to Own a Hi-Fi on a Low Income and IQ. First, you should choose a hi-fi cabinet to match your furniture. Early American, French provincial, or, like my own furniture, early junkyard. Next, we have a few of our components. This is the amplifier, which amplifies the sound. Here is the preamplifier, which, of course, amplifies the pre. And the turntable, which turns the tables. Over here, we see the speakers, known to all of us hi-fi-matics as the tweeter and the woofer. Special care must be taken to feed the woofer lest he eat the tweeter. The next step is to plug it in. And the next step is to call the electrician. The hi-fi gives us lovely music, but did you know that you can tell time with it too?
Shutting that thing off is 2 a.m.
Thank you. Now I'd like to play some tapes for you. Must have put some Scotch tape on by mistake. But here's my real favorite. Sing along with Lawrence Elk. A-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I bring my favorite tape, Bullwinkle.
Be my guest. Put it on.
Is adhesive tape.
Well, thank you, Mr. Know-It-All. And now, once again, here's Bullwinkle's Corner.
culture, gang. Today's poem is Excelsior by Henry W. Longfellow. The shades of night were falling fast when through a alpine village passed a youth who bore mid snow and ice a banner with the strange device, Excelsior!
Amerikanische domkopf.
He dared the pine tree's withered branch. He braved the fearful avalanche. A tear stood in his bright blue eye, but still he answered with a sigh, Excelsior!
Pray tell me, said a mountaineer, what in the world you're doing here, and why you climb up here so high just to give that silly cry.
Excelsior?
That's the one.
The answer came both quick and blunt. It's just a advertising stunt. I represent Smith, Jones, and Jiggs, a lumber company that makes Excelsior!
And here he is for the knowledge-needy Mr. Know-It-All.
Hello, greedy needy. Today we are here to show you how to be a human fly. First we need A, a tall building, and B, a courageous moose. That's me. And thirdly, or seedly, human fly suction cups, available at all local suction cup stores everywhere. Then all you have to do is climb up the side, touch the flag at the top, and win a prize. Then too, there is the stick the things on the building and start from there method, which is fine as long as you have a smooth, dry surface to cling to. Now that the smooth, dry surface has smoothed and dried, there is nothing that can preclude you successfully reaching the top, and... which brings up the problem of building superintendents. It sometimes becomes necessary to actually look like a fly and simply walk up the stairs to the top. And thus failing, there is always the fire escape, which not only offers protection from the building superintendent, but affords maximum protection in case of fire. And there you have it.
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All, you made it. What's next?
Next? Oh, yes, I salute. Should have used the other hand.
Gosh, that's too bad, Mr. Know-It-All. If you touched the flag, what would your human fly prize have been anyway?
The prize. Oh, yes, I remember. A human fly swatter.
And here's Bullwinkle's Corner.
Hello there. Time again for a small belt of culture. Today's poem is a searching character study called Simple Simon. Simple Simon met a pieman going to the fair. Said Simple Simon to the pieman, let me taste your ware.
My what?
Not your what, your ware. Let me taste your ware.
What where? I got no where.
You know what ware? Anywhere.
Who's got where?
You got where.
I don't got where. Ask her. Maybe she's got where.
Who's she?
She's witch.
Witch?
Yes, see if she's got where.
What where?
Witch's where.
What?
No where.
What's nowhere?
This whole poem. Why don't you start over?
Because I can't quit till I get a pie.
A pie? You said where?
Same thing. Your pies are your wares.
Oh, why didn't you said so? Here is pie.
That's better.
Better?
Sure. Now I'm getting somewhere.
And now, for all you travelers of the open road, here's Mr. Know-It-All.
Hello, carefree adventure lovers. Today, let's examine the most economical form of transportation, hitchhiking. First, we need two important ingredients, a road and a thumb. Then, stepping 18 inches onto the pavement itself, the hitchhiker smiles broadly at the hitchhikee, or driver, and immediately... Which brings us to the problem of overconfident. You must look modest but helpful.
Hey, Moose.
You see?
You got a match?
Why, of course, kindly, sir. Say, you wouldn't happen to be going to... Which brings us to the petroleus neglecticus method, or out-of-gas look. If you hold an empty gas can, the motorist naturally assumes you need a ride to the next station. Of course, you must exert extreme care with the gas can, because you could...
Hey, Moose, thanks for match.
It may become necessary to trick the motorist into giving you a ride. By creating the impression of a railroad crossing, you make the motorist stop. Then all you have to do is... Oh, no. I'll stand over here where it's safe until he comes to a complete stop.
Gee, Mr. Know-It-All, you didn't do so well. Think you'll ever get a ride?
Of course. There's one important little element I left out that makes it absolutely certain I'll get a ride.
You're right, Bullwinkle. One little element.
Yep. It's illegal.